was watching this, I was checking out this video, Wello 267 and $1 million worth of game podcast posted this morning, about 2 hours, 3 hours ago now, probably. And it kind of just got my mind going. It kind of took me back to a place with myself I've been looking to get, honestly, on some real spill, you feel me? Going and life and how we looking at life, right? And he said, through this cycle and what we got used to with this, some of us have given up on life. We got to get up, we got to get back. We got to get back to ourselves and restart our lives, re-energize, break down and rebuild. Something that's been very poignant for me. And this year for me, it's been a lot about changes and pushing myself to force change no matter how uncomfortable it is. And not just changing of my attitude or for decision for a moment, but saying, okay, I'm done with this. I have to be away with this. I have to step up to this and not be afraid, of what the reaction will say and not for the sake of keeping it cute, keep it on mute. I think a lot of us do that with our friends, but something very poignant that he said in there is that a lot of the people you're around or XYZ amount of friends or whatever that ain't saying nothing to you about perceptively seeing that you've given up to this point because of these things. They're not saying nothing because they've given up on life. And like for me, the end of 2019 going into 2020 was very hard for me because I feel like flawed is one thing. I'm a flawed person, but I'm a real person. And I always try to be myself. And within that, I just have a tendency to think of others and to want to be expressive and share. And it was real hard for me at the end of 2019 going into 2020, kind of feeling alienated and isolated by people by way of my perspective and how I felt. And I say that to say in a lot of ways in my life for so many of the people around, I was just talking to my sister, I exist as electricity, where some people exist as fire and water and ice and whatever. I exist as electricity. But within that, for you, now granted, people aren't supposed to, and this is what I learned. People aren't supposed to do for you what you do for them or provide that same type of energy. But having a feeling that as it pertained to, and it was important for me to encourage and express that to others, that was accepted. But when it came down to sending me that love and supporting me in that same way, I began to notice that more than anything, people would prefer to keep me kind of silent or, you know, it's almost looked as if maybe I don't need that kind of energy. And I think that's just like an eye-opening thing for me because, again, in this moment right now, I can step up and say that that I acknowledge and I know that was my reality and a reality that manifested within inside of me. And it made me feel a lot of emotions. And again, I think I got to a point where I started to begin to outwardly express just high levels of belief, like past what I'm seeing in the physical plane, almost like going into another realm with people, really because I wanted somebody to turn around and to express that and feel that about me and what they seeing with me. And what I've been able to learn from this, and I think what brings me to make this is that some of us truly have to learn and understand that our power is being able to be that all our own and for our own, as well as being able to, inspire and lift others up. So I take that to say shout out to Wallow 267 because I feel like I'm inspired by him to continue to be that in my life as I was. Like I see what he's doing, and as a young man, I feel like I was doing that. And every time I feel maybe people think it's corny, maybe people don't care, I reclude into myself and stop that. While still maybe pouring into others, but a lot of times when I'm posting and doing that on my timeline, it be for me and for y'all. But again, it's like the more and more you wait on others to reciprocate that energy for you, you can get lost in feeling as if you don't have that energy for you. You feel me? So, little 5 a.m., food for thought, low key. Um, for the end of 2020, my mentality and motivation is just continue to perpetuate the idea of going there. for everything that you love or you desire or, you aspire to, that's just a love, a desire, and aspiration. What makes those things real, what makes those things life, is your willingness to go there. And being that I'm a huge sports fan, I know this by way of, you can look at great athletes. Tom Brady is a great example. And Bill Belichick, therefore, above that, is the great example. Tom Brady, starting as a basic player, was willing to believe in what the coach and the team had, and he elevated himself to a great level of player. Acknowledged, known, notable. From there, to be able to push yourself and your teammates, who, as we all know, for those of us in those sports, are able to play above their abilities and who they are. But I'm willing to go there because I believe that this person may put me in a position to win. Well, that person in your life is you. That person in my life is me. Pushing myself and understanding that if I'm willing to go there for myself, the results are going to bear out. Because just off my talents and my desires and who it is I am to an extent, things may come around. But again, my lack of willingness to go there in the past, to push myself to be uberly uncomfortable, to push myself to refine my talents, abilities, and perspective in all ways. My willingness to go there and understand, okay, this may be comfortable, but in order to go to that next level, you have to go past comfort. I can throw the ball short. I need to work on my accuracy throwing the ball long. I can run deep routes. I need to work on everything short. Well, I'm good at catching the ball contested, but for whatever reason, when I'm wide open, sometimes I overthink and I'll drop the ball. Okay, I need to work on that. I need to work on coordinating my hands to my eyes when I'm catching the ball uncontested. Because see, if I'm dropping the ball, sometimes on uncontested passes, that means that I'm catching the ball and I'm looking to run. I'm not looking the ball in and running. Simple difference, right? If the guy's out there, he running, he see the ball, catch and run. Well, did you tuck? Did you look? Same with life. But if I'm saying, well, I'm good, I'm gonna be all right, and I'm not willing to go there and be uncomfortable and say, you distracted. You worried about somebody hitting you. You worried about getting in the end zone and dancing too much. Focus on the main thing and making the main thing that. The main thing is simply doing your job and doing what it takes to get you in position to dance. That's all life is about. The work that we put in that's uncomfortable when nobody's watching, that puts us in position to get up there and dance. You feel me? So for me, it's like pushing my body, pushing my mental, pushing myself and my emotions to understand that, again, being electricity, sometimes you get electricity with water, that's dangerous. You feel me? So that's kind of some shit that's on my mind, at least right now, going into the new year. Happy New Year to you and yours coming up. Blessings on blessings, man. You know, it's been a tough year and it's been a tumultuous year, but we've made it by hook or crook. And being willing to accept that maybe it doesn't have to look as expected, but what is expectation, truly? And what does expectation mean? I think there's a difference between pressure and expectation. I think pressure, expectation, and potential as well are three things that go hand in hand in hand. But I think you really want to understand and live a life more about potential and reaching your potential, at least for me, than it is about meeting the expectations. Because again, potential is what people believe and see in you and see you're capable of. Expectations is what somebody believes that you should. And again, who's to say that I should ascribe to your expectations versus, you feel me, what it is you're truly capable of. So, you know, strive and be willing to go there for yourself. I'm willing to go there for myself, and y'all will see it across the way. You feel me? And I'm willing to go there with you if you're willing to go there. Like fish and cold. Happy New Year's. Best of luck. Best of love.